Diana Michaels. I'm here with
Karen Lee.
And this is week 3 of our 10 weeks self-care challenge. And we would just like to let you know how we're going. And also, as we've previously done, invited you to have your own challenge or come and have treatments with us. So Karen, how are you going?
It's been a pretty good week for me. I've had a couple of days that were just so expansive and so like really cool and amazing things happen, and then and even sometimes things not happening but just really feeling good, and then some days where it was still good but not quite that really expansive level. So yeah, do you want to share how it's been for you?
I had a couple of days that were a bit funky. So one of the things that, and one of the tools that we have in Access is, light and heavy. Sometimes people do a lot of avoiding of anything that's heavy. There was no avoiding this uncomfortable space that I have found myself in. And so what that required me to do was to use the Access tools, ask questions and be patient. And then suddenly I asked the question and it was the question that was required and everything changed. And so from this really heavy place of, not feeling very motivated, being, quite despondent, I kind of go, oh wow, I'm not back. I'm me again. So just for any of us that are making change, I want you to be aware that this trajectory where it's up, up, up. If people are expecting that, it might not be realistic. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, I think when we're doing these body processes or any sort of transformational work, we can't expect everything to be perfect all the time. Like, it brings stuff up, it brings things up for us to look at and approach in a different way, or ask questions about and use those tools so that we can be present with that from a more enlightened and more expansive perspective. So I think Diana really wanted to mention that today, and I think it's a great idea because it's important to see that we've got to look at all angles of this, not just all the sunshine and rainbows,
Yeah, and that consciousness, it includes everything.
Exactly.
Rather than this rose-coloured glasses and, So I'm sure you get it. Everyone's had those, those ups and downs, and I'm always delighted to pop out the other side and go, oh yes, whoa, I'm here again, and I'm really motivated and aware of what it was that was getting in my way.
Yeah.
So again, we're asking you, what are you doing? Do you have a self-care challenge? If you don't, there's no time like the present to choose one. And also, Kieran and I are offering this self-care offer, which you can take advantage of any time that you like.
And we wanted to also just share a little tip with you as well, something that I've been doing over the past few weeks, and that is to maybe get a little journal or something happening. Don't roll your eyes because it's a little bit different, because I know we hear about journals all the time, but this one is just to note 1 or 2 things or more that you've done throughout the day to acknowledge yourself. So it might be something you did well, it might be something that you just did, even if you didn't do it, that you made an effort to do something. For some people it might be that they got out of bed, for others it might be that they achieved something that they've been working on. Or, sometimes some examples from me is, that today I sat at the piano for a couple of hours and just played. Or, it could be a really non-consequential thing, but the point is to acknowledge something that you've done. And as you start to do that and keep doing that, you really start to get a sense of joy as you're writing these things down. And I think that ties in really nicely with what we're doing with the self-care stuff.
Yeah, I think so too, Karen. It's a very simple reminder. Most people have written in a journal or whatever, and it's not, the journal doesn't have to be about what isn't working. What about if it's what is working?
Yeah.
And acknowledging, you know, the things that you have done, even if they were uncomfortable. There's a real achievement in kind of ticking something off the list that you really have been avoiding, or making time to play the piano or go horse riding or go to the movies or whatever it is that's on your self-care list.
Yeah, and the way that it was worded to me was that the more we do that, the more we're actually validating ourselves, as opposed to the numerous times throughout the day that we tend to invalidate ourselves. So it really helps at that level as well.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's a great tip. So that's all from us this week. As I said, we're going to do some body processes on each other now. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.